As I welcome Dave and Tita. Now, done deals today, Dave.
Yes, Dicko. So we've had 5. So Jack Bowes and pick number 7 go to Geelong for a future third rounder, which is bizarre to say.
We're going to have to drill down on that soon.
Brodie Grundy gets to Melbourne for pick 27. That's another bizarre one on the surface when you look at it. Jacob Hopper and picks 53 and 63 go to Richmond for pick 31 and a future first. Jack Gunston gets to Brisbane for pick 48 and a future fourth rounder. And Billy Frampton makes his way to the Collingwood Football Club for a future third rounder. So 5 deals done, a couple of them quite the eyebrow raisers.
Well, the eyebrow raiser for me is Jack Bowes. Let's jump straight into pick 7. Did I hear that right, Dave?
You did hear that right, pick 7. So Jack Bowes gets to Geelong. He had about a fair bit of money for his next 2 years, about 800,000 is what we understand, and that was smoothed out over a 4-year period. So he now gets a 4-year deal at the Cats, and as a part of that deal, because the Suns obviously wanted to offload all of that salary, they offered up pick 7, which is Geelong's highest pick since they picked up Joel Selwood.
So you said smoothed out over 4 years. So we're talking now, so from what we can understand, it was 800 and 800 in the next 2 years as the existing. You're saying it's now become 400 by 4.
Effectively, yeah.
So why would Bowes do that when he's got it already? So effectively he's working 2 years for no pay.
It's a good question. Effectively, basically, Jack Bowes wanted to play more midfield time. He wasn't going to get a senior spot in the Gold Coast Suns lineup.
But he thinks he can get it at the best team in the comp.
Geelong have sold that to him, and he's accepted that offer from the Cats, and he wants to get there.
He's a good player.
Yeah. Is there a big feeling? The draw card was clearly the pick 7. That was the priority, and Bowes was the other piece to get that pick 7. Because I'm with Derm. Why a player, and I think we can understand why, and you can justify, I just don't understand why you would do that. You're guaranteed 1.6 roughly over 2 years. Why you'd be happy to spread that to get midfield time at the best team in the competition in its most simplistic form. If you can't get it at the Gold Coast, and yes, they've got Anderson, Rao, Tuke Miller, they've got some really good emerging mids, but if you can't get a game there and play in your preferred position, excluding Joel Selwood, who's leaving, how is he ever going to get a game in the best midfield in the competition?
I think the Geelong would say that they have had their eyes on Jack Bowes for a fair while. It's not just, obviously pick 7 is quite the sweetener, but they would argue that Jack Bowes is someone they've been looking at well before pick 7 even became a thought. So that's what they would argue, and that's what they've pitched to him, that they want him, that he can play midfield minutes there, and he's got a spot on their side that he can earn.
So he's 24.
Yeah.
He's just completed his 6th year of football.
Yep.
So from a player's perspective, I'm just trying to understand why Bowes would do this. So he's going to back himself in and said, I'm in the competition at the Cats for the next 4 years. I will then get another extension on a contract and possibly play till I'm 30, early 30s. So he's actually saying, I'm okay to take a pay cut, because technically he is, to stay in the competition for longer and try and get more contract after that. The opposite is, you stay at the Gold Coast, you get your 1.6 and then possibly don't find another home after that. Is that as simple as it is?
Well, the Suns, they needed, and Craig Cameron has said this, they need to fix up their player payment space and they need to future-proof it. So Jack Bowes having 800 over the next 2 years was not doable for them, and to extend it out to 4 for them, they just didn't see it was a reasonable investment for them, because they didn't see him in their future side, whereas Geelong clearly do see him in their future side, and that's why they've offered to give him effectively 200 a year.
They're selling to him that they see him in the future. Yeah. The kid's got talent. The kid's got real talent. But if you want to call a spade, this lad doesn't have the requisite endurance to play in the midfield yet. He's 24. The question on Jack Bowes will be, can he find that now at 24? Because I think the kid is really good, really good. But if you want him to be a lock-in midfielder, he has to improve in the fitness side of things.
But I think the brutal side about it was the Saints wanted that to happen. They wanted Jack to go.
The Suns, yeah.
Sorry, the Suns wanted Jack to go.
Yep.
And to spread it over 4 them a little bit, they're not sure what potential he's got, but what did Geelong see that the Suns didn't see? Because the side...
They see pick 7.
Yeah. But in terms of as a player to come in and impact that football club, they're not on a needs basis, they're on a want, aren't they? We want to fill and top up our midfield. Does he feel that, though?
There's some good players down there that aren't getting a game in the midfield. I look at it, if I was Jack Bowes, I'd say my chances are better in Queensland. But that's...
Or at another football club. If it's not the Suns, I think there was other football clubs. If he wants to play midfield time, there's a lot of other footy teams right now that he would have had more of a chance to be a starting midfielder.
Hawthorn were interested, but Geelong clearly pitched a better sell to him, and he's bought in.
Lifestyle.
They sell it well,
They're doing it well. They're selling it very well.
Etched in my memory is that against Geelong, he sidestepped the great Gary Ablett and just made him look half silly trying to smother a kick. And it was a game which the Suns did really well against the Cats 2 or 3 years ago. That's etched in my memory. And sometimes you play a really good game against a team, they remember it as well.